Very beautiful morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Saudi Arabia. Right now, I'm in a city called Dammam, and I made my way here yesterday all the way from Bahrain with a bus. Actually, it was a possibility to take a bus, which normally takes 1 hour and a half. And there's a bridge connecting Bahrain, which is actually island country. And then from there, you take the whole 25-kilometer bridge, which is around 15 miles bridge, takes you all the way to Saudi Arabia to the mainland. And I arrived and slept one night here in Dammam. Unfortunately, I'm gonna leave already today. I wish I had actually a little bit longer time because I really didn't have a chance last night to explore Dammam itself. I think it's a beautiful and developing city. But I have slept in this nice hotel room, which was actually one of the nicest hotels I have stayed for a reasonable pricing. I'm paying $100 to get this room, and I will do a little tour for you guys. Check this out. We have like a huge room. Normally, like Arabic countries do the hotels in a big size. Like if you stayed in Europe in the budget hotels, normally you have just like a door opens up and then you jump to the bed straight away. There's a toilet and nothing really additional in there. But here for $100, that's what I get in Saudi Arabia. We have even kitchen on the right side, which I will show you. We have got the bed in here. We have air conditioning. These are my views from the window. Not so appealing, but you actually have a little bit sea view, beach view on the left side as well. And plenty of space here as a wardrobe. And I'm always watching this live footage of the Mecca, and people are turning around the Kaaba, which is quite fascinating to look at in the night, in the morning. Imagine how many people are there every single day doing their prayers. And this is my working station. I open my luggage right in here. If you're wondering about the name of the hotel, it's called Beach View Hotel. And this room cost me $100 as I mentioned. As soon as I arrived, it actually brought me this Arabic coffee and also tea, and they also got me the best Saudi dates as well on top of that, which I already ate actually half of it. So that was a really nice touch. There's a space to sit down, there's a sofa, and then on the right side we have got the fully functioning kitchen. Basically we have a refrigerator in here, we have microwave, washing machine right there, we have a sink. I made coffee in the morning as well. If you feel like cooking, there's also cooking stuff. You can actually find everything you need for cooking, like maybe making eggs or something like this in the morning. And only a little bit downside is the toilet and the bathroom, which is a little bit tiny for me. The toilet right in here, shower on the right side, and like when you want to go to wash your hands, you have to always close this door because it's kind of like blocked, so it doesn't go back. So you're always like kind of half standing in here trying to wash your hand without closing the door. So that's the only little downside of this place, but I had everything I needed to stay in this place. So my first full day in Saudi Arabia. You might be asking, where are we going? From Dammam, I'm taking actually train all the way to Riyadh, the capital city of Saudi Arabia. So it will take us around 4 or 5 hours to arrive to new city. And I'm very, very excited as we have business class booked. So I'm gonna take you through the whole journey with me, guys. So let's do this and we'll see you later on, guys. We just made it to the train station, which is called Dammam train station, and this is the entrance of it. We're gonna travel with Saudi Arabia Railways, and you can actually get the tickets if you want from the SAR directly from their website. And my taxi just dropped me off in this location. We're gonna go inside the train station to see how it looks like, and we should also find our train at some point. But we have a lot of time still. Seems like a small station. These are the arrival gates. There's a rent-a-cars on the left side. You can buy your tickets also on point right in here. And then seems like this is gonna be our departure gate. So we have to probably go through the security and then ticket control, things like this. But Also, you can grab some snacks if you want before the ride. We might check out the place to see if we can get anything as well. I'm using this waiting room just to rest a little bit before the train ride, which is gonna be in like 30 minutes or so. But I actually managed to get some local currency, Saudi riyals, and I want to show you how the money looks like. This is the different currencies I have received. So this is the biggest one, I believe. I'm not sure if there's 1000 or something, but this is the biggest ATM gave me, which is 500 riyals, and then 500 riyals is actually around 130 US dollars. So it's quite a huge bill, 500 one. And then this is the 200 bill. This is the other side of it. They even presented the project Vision 2030 on their money as well, at least in the new bills. And this is the 50 Saudi riyals, and this is the 10 Saudi riyals as well, which looks beautiful. So when it comes to the currency exchange, $1 US is basically 3.75 Saudi riyals. So it's not a stronger currency than Kuwait or Bahraini money, but Saudi money is also quite strong. Alright guys, in a few minutes we line up, go through the security, then we have to get to the train, and I will share the rest of the experiences with you from my business class train experience. I don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it's gonna be nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we went through the passport control, scanning the ticket. I'm paying $60 US to take this business class. There was of course cheaper option. You could also travel on the economy, but this is my first train experience here in Saudi Arabia, so I really wanted to give a shot to see how Saudi Arabia does the business class on the trains. And yeah, it's quite fascinating that they have got all these train lines, and because most of the country is actually mostly like a desert, so it's actually very hard to build railways on the desert because the sand is moving all the time. But this is their station, which looks actually very quiet, and we have got our train in here. Seems like only train is moving around this time and in this time frame, but the station itself is quite nice, seems organized, but I think there's not so many train journeys are happening in here. So let's arrive to the business class and I will share the rest of the experiences with you. Alright guys, we are all settled down. We are in the first class, which is the highest class, and I just checked with the gentleman and he's saying there's only actually one destination, so only goes to Riyadh from Dammam, but train line is quite wide in Saudi Arabia. You can actually take also bullet trains in certain locations too, but from Dammam only goes to Riyadh, and we are taking the opportunity. So this is our train. I already left my luggages inside, and when you get in, there's a space for the business class. There's actually 2 business classes. You can leave your luggages right in here, and then I'm gonna show you also how it looks like in our seat. Unfortunately, I booked like a window seat, but we end up with half window, which I will show you in a bit. But I also want to show you the toilet after it's empty. See you in a bit. Alright, let's go check out the toilet. How this looks like. Plenty of space actually, as you can see. We have got I'm not sure what is this. This is only for washing. We have got a flash in here too. On the right side we have got a little sink and huge mirror in front of us. And this is for the kids in case you want to change their wipers and things like this. And then here you can dry your hands too. Looks quite nice and clean, because maybe this is the beginning of the journey. Maybe later on it's gonna be more dirty after so many people use it. So far looks good, and also smells okay.
ومن العمل ما ترضى اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا واطوي عنا بعدها اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر.
Alright, we started moving slowly and this is the seat I have got, even though it says window seat, but unfortunately we haven't got any window in here. Only tiny bit, there's a space to look out from in here. The seat itself is very comfortable and I can actually lean back as well. Let me show you around a little bit. This is the trolley we have got. You can actually put your laptop and I think they're gonna serve us some coffee or something to drink, so you can just leave it in here. We have got a little trash bin in here, pocket to put your belongings, and this one is actually for drinks, coffee or tea. I also got a kind of like a leg rest in here in front of us, and also a place to hang your things. I've got a light and you can actually call for stewardess or something if you want. I'm not sure if it's really working. And also we have got this little screen in front of us which is not actually functioning at the moment. Maybe it's too dark, I don't really see. But yeah, the seats are very comfy. It seems like some coffee, some drinks are coming, so I will share that with you as well. See you in a bit. Alright, we are getting a Saudi coffee, but also tea is available. They have put us some water in here. We have some little muffin, and then the Saudi coffee is coming. Thank you, shukran. Thank you. And we have got the Arabic coffee in here too, and they serve it always with a little date, but I also brought my own dates from the hotel, so I'm gonna enjoy this coffee. In case you're wondering about the pricing, so I paid 220 Saudi riyals, which is around $60 US for the whole experience, and that's gonna take us around 4 hours. Train stops in 2 different places, but the final destination is Riyadh. So yeah, I'm not sure how often they do this coffee refreshments, but I guess once on the journey. Brother, it's only one time in the journey, 2 times in the journey. Okay, so they do 2 times during the journey. You can get some coffee, which I feel like the seating and the snacks, it's a great deal. In the middle of the train they have also got this kind of little bar. You can come if you don't want like a seat service, you can also order in here. They have lots of different choices, from sandwiches to salads, snacks, sweet stuff, and any drinks you are looking for. They're even selling, I think, some type of blanket in here too. And at the moment we continue our journey on the desert. That's so crazy to see that there's only highway and then this train track basically, and we are traveling quite fast, I would say. I think 150 kilometers per hour, maybe a little bit more even. And yeah, around us it's only just electricity cables, highway on the distance, and then basically nothing in here. So yeah, I'm getting a sandwich quickly to have some snacks as a lunch. And what is this? It's a mousse chocolate. Okay, how much is this one?
50 riyals.
Okay, I will have this too. Do you have enough? Yeah? Okay, thank you so much. I don't know how is it for you guys, but it's absolutely fascinating for me to know that there's actually train tracks in the middle of the desert. There's absolutely nothing, only sand and some infrastructure. After the train tracks been set, that's it. You just continue the journey and there's basically nothing around for a very long time. And it's around 4 hours it takes all the way from Dammam to Riyadh. And we stopped only in 2 different cities. And the rest of the journey is just like this. There is absolutely nothing. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's actually very, very hard to build train tracks in the desert because the sand is always shifting underneath. So I don't know what technology they have used to build such a wonderful infrastructure. It's just blows my mind. So it's not just any normal train ride. This is actually, we are in the middle of the desert in Saudi Arabia, and that's fascinating. Alright guys, we have just officially made it to Riyadh, the capital city of Saudi Arabia, and the train ride was quite comfortable, very fast, left on time, arrived on time to Riyadh, so no complications, nothing at all, and I paid $60 basically for 4 hours ride. And we are now in the capital city, in the Riyadh. There are around 8 million people living here in this city. And in Saudi Arabia there are around 40 million people and 8 million people living in just this city, and this is the biggest city basically in Saudi Arabia. Look at this terminal station, which looks fantastic. The station looks very similar to Dammam one, and it's a similar style, similar setup. They have got some shops and rent-a-car stuff and things like this. We're gonna get out, get an Uber, and then we continue to our hotel. I'm just standing in here and waiting for the taxi, which takes a little bit long time. And I really like the fact how the station management controls all the external taxi drivers not to come even closer to the station. As you can see, they have kind of like a line they cannot cross to here, which makes your whole train journey even better. Like no one comes to you, bothers you, they just call taxi from a distance. But if you have an Uber or any other taxi you ordered, you just wait for it and go for it. But those external taxi guys, probably taxi's not really their jobs, they are prevented from coming to the station. There's this one gentleman, he's taking care of all of them, not to let them come too close. As you can see, he's gonna tell him to go back now. He crossed the line. That's actually very funny to see. I just made it my way to my hotel, which is called Blue Rose Garden, and they're supposed to have some kind of like apartments. And I'm also not too far away from the newly opened Riyadh Metro, which is located right there. And in front of us we have the highway. It doesn't look like such an appealing place. It looks like just lots of noise from the cars and things like this. But let's see what's expecting us inside, and I will do the little tour for you of the apartment at the same time. Let's see when the doors open. Oh, it looks nice. This is our lobby area. You can get free welcoming coffee if you want, or something like a tea. There's a place to sit on the right side. So let's go check in. Welcome guys. I know this place kind of looks like a lobby, but in reality this is part of my apartment, and I'm also surprised to see so many doors in this area. And this is how Arab nations do the hotels. They have always such a massive space because Arab families normally have lots of kids, and that's the reason the hotel rooms has to be in a bigger size. And in general, even if you stay as a couple, 2 people, you get so much comfort. Look at this. This is just one of the rooms I have, and I'm gonna show you around. I'm paying $80 to stay here for one night. And it's not the ideal location. It's not like in the city center or anything like this, but the amount of space you get in here is just amazing. So this is our entrance door. You enter from here and you have got all this kind of area, like a guest room place. So if you have guests, they would be just sitting here, so they don't have the chance to see your bedroom or anything like this. and I came across this door. I was trying to open it, but I think it's just a door to the another room. In case you want to book even bigger space, you can book 2 rooms at the same time. One of your families there, one of your families here, and then you have a connection in between as well. So that's very, very smart. So this is a common sitting area. We have got a huge TV in front of us. We have got a fully functioning kitchen. We have a refrigerator in here. We have a microwave. We have got a stove in here, and then coffee station to make something in the morning. There is a little window, but we don't really have views, guys. It's just kind of like a basic room. I'm actually very impressed with the bedroom. So you open one of these doors and you come across this beautiful looking bedroom, which looks very comfy. As soon as you step into the room, it feels very soft and very welcoming at the same time. So on the left side, huge mirror. We have got one air conditioning right in here. We have a wardrobe section on the left side, but unfortunately we haven't got any views, guys. I tried to open the curtains, but it looks something like this. So there's really no place to get a fresh air except the air conditioning. I don't know if that's fresh air, but yeah, the bed looks great, looks very comfy, beautifully decorated. And let's go check out also our toilet. And I also want to give you the sign that there's actually another air conditioning in this room too, so 2 air conditionings actually. And this is our toilet and the bathroom area, which looks nice, clean at the same time. Big sink, big mirror. We have got all the basics of the hotels. And this is the toilet area, and then we have got the shower right in here. We have got the handle, but also the rain shower coming all the way from the top. Lots of space as well in this area. So $80 US, guys. Let me know what you think about this place. And I think if you stay here as a couple, even with your family, $40 per person, I think it's a great deal here in the capital city, in the Riyadh, with a very good rated hotel. At the same time, you have a very clean space and plenty of space for your family and for yourself at the same time. So this is my room hotel tour. I don't know, I should call it probably apartment tour because it's so huge. And next we go to try to find something to eat, explore around, and I will share the rest of the experiences, guys. After 15-20 minutes taxi ride, I just made it to my restaurant. This is the place I had actually a very good experience in Dammam in my first day in Saudi Arabia. And the restaurant is called Al-Romancia, and this is basically provides a local food. They have a lots of different branch actually in Riyadh, but in Dammam they had only one, I believe. But in Riyadh you can find in many different places in here. And I had such a fantastic experience yesterday. I wanted to come and try something else from the menu and check out what options they have got. And it seems like they have a similar setup. So if you want to do takeaway, it was exactly the same in Dammam. So there are lots of delivery options. You can actually just order in here and then they come deliver and you can take away as well. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Eating is upstairs? Okay, thank you. So they have a very similar setup as in Dammam. Takeaways are in the first floor, but families dining in, you have to go all the way upstairs for the full experience. So as you can see, they have already menu presented in here, but they have much diverse menu. So families and dining in is in this area. I'm gonna show you, they have actually very unique sitting space. On the right side you have this kind of like a tables, and then in the middle they have this like floor sitting, which I will choose one of this in a bit. So let's make an order and then we connect. As I have mentioned, guys, they have got normal tables if you want to choose to sit in here, but there's also a little bit privacy if you want to go for this type of setup. So there, as you can see, there are little rooms everywhere you see. You just take off your shoes and then step on the carpet, and that's gonna be our kind of little cube basically to sit down and enjoy the time for yourself, with your family, with friends. I actually really like this type of sitting, as you're gonna sit on the floor, eat on the floor, and then you have a little bit of privacy in here. Obviously people who is passing can kind of see you, but they cannot stare at you, and you can actually lay down here, have your food, anything you want. It's basically your little private cabin basically. So I ordered some food. When it's here I will share the experience with you. It's gonna be a little bit pricey experience, but I really love this type of food, and I will tell you more about it in a bit, guys. Thank you so much. This was actually very fast service. Only took like 4 or 5 minutes for the food to arrive in here, and I really like how much things they bring on the next to the food. These are all the things I haven't asked, but it comes with the food, which is great. Thank you. Shukran, brother. Thank you. This is for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shukran. Thank you so much. You and yeah, okay, I will open this. Thank you. Alright guys, let's see how our food looks like. This is mandi food with lamb and the red rice next to it, and this is a very traditional food from Yemen, which I used to eat so much when I was traveling in Yemen, but also other countries in the peninsula also took this food as their traditional food, so you can find it around the region here. It's called mandi, and it can be with chicken, but it can be with lamb too, and it's my favorite is basically the lamb version. And I have also ordered extra okra in here, which is a warm okra, which I'm gonna mix it all up together and you will eat like this. These are all the things I haven't actually ordered. This is, I think, fried onions, and we have got a chili, we have got some lemon, and then also onion right in here. And when you order a big meal like this, they bring some water, and then they bring some bread extra for you if you want to add more carbs, and then some sauce on top of it. Great, thank you so much. Thank you, shukran. Wonderful, thank you. He's checking that if everything is okay. So all this food I have ordered, guys, is a little bit pricey especially because of the lamb. You can definitely eat half of this price in this restaurant, but I chose really one of the most expensive meals, and I'm paying 103 Saudi riyals, which is approximately $27 US basically. So $27 I pay for this meal, which is looking fantastic actually. So let me set you up on a tripod, and then we're gonna try this out all together, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to try out this great looking food. This rice is so special. It's not just like separately baked or cooked. Actually, this rice is actually soaked in the water of the meat or the chicken. So they basically hang the meat on top of the rice, especially the chicken, and then all the flavors, all the water, all the fat from the meat drops on the rice, and that's why this food is taking a little bit longer to cook, and it's not always available, and also maybe that's the reason the price of it a little bit higher than other food which can get cooked much quicker. So this is our lamb meat. I want to show you how soft is this meat. So we're gonna take a few pieces of it. Look at this, there's a little bone in here, and then you can just pick up all the fat and the meat from the bone, and then mix it up with the rice, and normally you eat it with your hands. It's so good. So a little bit of a meat, a little bit of a rice, and then you mix it all up together. And the rice also have some resins in it, so dry grapes in it too, which gives extra flavor. And they also add some nuts on top of this food too. This is so good. But this is first time I have seen that they have like kind of spaghetti or noodles on top of this meal. I have never experienced this, but I think it just adds up a little bit more flavor, more carbs into your food. But this meat with lots of fat on it is just so amazing. So delicious. And also I have the option to add some lady fingers, which they call it in Sri Lanka, or in English it's okra, and I can add some of this too into my meal, and then there will be some additional protein, additional like veggies, if you like to call it. So yeah, this is my meal, guys, and I'm gonna eat it, and later on I will see you. Thank you. Alright everybody, it was a long day with travels and I just made it back to hotel, gonna take some rest, but there will be definitely more videos from beautiful Saudi Arabia. So thank you so much for joining in this video. We'll see you later on.